Oh, hello. As you can see, I'm on the rooftop here in my hotel, and you can have a gander at just how big and spread out Tbilisi is. You can't really see much with this little camera, but yeah, it's quite big, quite spread out. This is my last day here, and I've made a bit of an arse of things. My flight is tomorrow morning, which meant that I should have booked my room for tonight as well, but somehow that escaped my attention and I didn't. Therefore I have to check out now, and I've got no other rooms available, so I'll have to check out today. It's not their fault, it's totally my fault. They've been lovely here. It's a nice little place and it's cheap. Tbilisi Story Hotel. That's the Trinity Cathedral right there. So I'm going to have to find some luggage storage and collect it later on tonight, and then I'll just head straight to the airport around 11 midnight. So there's nothing much else to do. I think I've got somewhere for the luggage, but we'll see. Time will tell if it's legit or not, but we're going to go get a boat. It's really hot today, so I'm going to get a taxi over to the luggage storage place, dump my luggage, and then see what I'm going to do. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to the football later, so I'm going to try and vlog that as well. I'm going to try and film going to the football. I've got a ticket, online only, but we'll see. So let's get out of the Tbilisi Story Hotel and start the last day here in Georgia. Alexander Pushkin Street. The Georgians have not went full retard and started renaming everything. There's still an Alexander Pushkin Street here. David will be here in 2 minutes. Good lad. Here somewhere. This looks like it, but guess I better phone the guy or whatever it is. Like locked. That's the lock. The dude lives upstairs. I just called him and he come right down. So I had no time to video him, but yeah, what a handy little place. It's got a toilet, it's got Wi-Fi, secure lock, fantastic. Anyway, I'm going to make use of the toilet. I hate going out without doing the toilet, or rather I hate travelling without doing the toilet. Number 2 is I'm talking about. Too much information? Alright. Forget I said anything. Coolest luggage storage ever. This is amazing. Got a nice little toilet. It's got Wi-Fi, and it's quite cool down here. All for 7 Larry for 24 hours. I only need it until tonight, but for a whole day, 7 Larry. Amazing. What a place. Bravo. Doesn't look like a hotel to me. Anyway, just got off at a random metro station and picked the nearest restaurant, and it happens to be bloody Indian. So that's the rules. Let's go. If we can find it. Google Maps in Tbilisi is not exactly accurate. I'm going to have to start using Yandex when we're over in these places. It's much better. Missed the things. Just have a little bit and have something else later on before I go to the airport. That was a nice lunch, but as always with Indian food, I go for a lie down afterwards. I just sat in the park with a beer. It's been a really sunny, hot day, and I just can't be bothered walking around. It's really hot. It's 29:30, and I don't really know what to do. So I just sat out here next to the stadium, had a beer. Now I'm going to try and see if I can get in. Little bit before my time. But this wasn't. I can distinctly remember this team. Alexander Khvicha, Kvaratskhelia, 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 good save. Kvaratskhelia, what a player. Khvicha, I remember Khvicha very well. Kvaratskhelia, Khvicha, Kvaratskhelia, Kvaratskhelia, they all played for the Soviet Union in 1982 World Cup. Scored against Scotland, Kvaratskhelia and Kvaratskhelia. Yeah, both of them scored against Scotland in 1982. Kvaratskhelia and Kvaratskhelia. I distinctly remember them playing in West Ham in London, and they hammered them in West Ham. I'd never seen anything like it. Kvaratskhelia was supposed to be a defender. What the hell? He's all over the pitch. Kvaratskhelia is like a Zidane figure. Like tall, bald, very elegant. Kvaratskhelia, good save, deadly. Kvaratskhelia, very crafty in the ball. Unfortunately, a lot of those guys are dead. Kvaratskhelia and I think Kvaratskhelia are both dead in car crashes when they were quite young. Which is, if you've seen Georgian driving, especially up in the mountains, you'll understand why. I had a crash, forgive the pun, but I had a crash course in the Georgian driving in the countryside yesterday. Jeez, it's hairy. They must be the most impatient people in the world. Like a glimpse of daylight and they're away, trying to overtake, undertake. I don't know the entry procedure. If I've got an online QR code thing, I don't know if that's my ticket or not. I go down to the ticket office and say, what I mean is, I don't know if you exchange that for an actual ticket or the little thing that I've added to the Apple Wallet is my actual ticket. It looks like it is, but you never know. There's only one way to find out, so we'll head down in a minute and try and see if we can get in. Still about an hour and a half before kick-off, so I don't know if that'll be enough or it's too early or what, but we'll soon find out. There's a lot of see how it goes, wait and see. Well, that's all you can do. If you're new to a place, that's all you know. It's all about a trial and error. You don't know the rules here or anything like that until you break them. So these turnstiles that scan your tickets, they don't work. You just walk in through that gate or that gate. And as you want to come up here, some dude with his phone will scan the QR code and light you up. That is entry procedure. Well, at least for this game. Yeah, none of these scanners are working. I just marched through here, found the gate to come up, and that was it. Ooh, hospitality. Sick. Holy shit, son. Sector 25 and 26. I think I'm actually 24. I need to double check. FC Dinamo Tbilisi and FC Samgorali. Cheers. Oh, it's their spot. That's lovely. I can see myself going down for a couple more before kick-off. And at half time, might end up looking mad with it. 45 minutes to kick-off. Hope there's more people than this. Unless it's a bloody reserve match or some kind of company. At last a chance. It's been pretty poor stuff so far. Oh dear, things are not going to plan. Very scrappy encounter. But the opposition have made the most of the single chance. Dinamo are not creating much. In fact, it's pretty crap all around. And the natives are getting restless. All 300 of them. In fact, only about 20 are getting restless. The rest are all on their phones by the looks of things. Someone's celebrating, I don't know what though. Oh, through them all. 3 of them there. Unbelievable, Jeff. Full time. Dinamo lose 1-0. Now that could be lights out for Dinamo's season. Shocking 1-0 loss at home. Before this place was renovated, 110,000 people were in here to watch the mighty Dinamo defeat the legendary Liverpool team in the European Cup. 110,000. Georgians going mad. What a noise that would have been. The USSR national team used to play their games here in the winter. Instead of Moscow, they would come down here and play them. So would like Dynamo Kiev and say Spartak Moscow or whatever would play here in the rounds of the European Cup. If it was too cold at their place, they would use this stadium. And it's not how it looks like now. This is after renovations. Only about 55,000 here. But it's still nice to see. Anyway, that was my trip to the Boris Paichadze Dinamo Arena. Boris Paichadze is the famous Dinamo player that I've never heard of. Time to head back, maybe get my bags. It is 10:05 in the evening. My bag's in storage and I've got to get to the airport. Love another beer, and that was really nice, that stuff. Fantastic, I quite enjoyed that. The game was awful, it was terrible. 2 really crappy teams. Really rubbish, quality wise, but experience was nice. The exit was blocked. I think there's only one. There's only one way in and one way out. There's not that many people here. I would love to know the official attendance. It could be more than a couple of thousand, if that. But the Tbilisins are going home unhappy. They're unhappy with that. grumblings in the stands. Could be management changes. That's what I heard. It's worth going to the game because you never know. Could have been like a 17, 18-year-old. The next Kvaratskhelia, something like that. But I can assure you there was no next anything on display tonight. Nah, pretty poor. You never know, that's where all these guys start for. Georgian Kvaratskhelia, Khvicha Kvaratskhelia. Loads of them come through the Dinamo Academy. But it's looking pretty bare at the moment on that evidence. Oh, if you don't know who Georgian Kvaratskhelia is, look him up. The streets remember. Before the oil money, Man City, back in the 90s. Now there should be a metro station around here somewhere, but it's dark. And it's not the most well signposted of things. St. George. That's Freedom Square. This is where my bag is in. Looks like I'm either going to need a light here. What you do is you put the combination in, which I am not going to show you in case you're all thieves. Aha! Key. Key. Light. Bag. Oh, you bastard. Missed that step. Knackered. I'm going to sit here for half an hour and then I'll call a taxi. It's pretty cold in here. Even though there's no AC or fan on, it's underground. And it's quite cool. That's it for Tbilisi. Or Tbilisi. 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 Thoroughly enjoyed it, apart from the usual gripes of me just not getting into it. It's really difficult to change from night shift working into being up and getting up early and going out and about during the day. It's really difficult. I lost a day here because it just was sparkled out in my room. I think it was Tuesday. I didn't do a thing. I was still awake at like 7 AM and I was like, shall I go up for breakfast? But then I fell asleep, and by the time I woke up it was like, I don't know, it was like after 1 PM, and it was like, oh, I can't be bothered to go out, I'm still tired, and it was a nightmare. So I need to find a remedy for that because I'm losing days. I'm wasting money, or wasting hotel days. Yeah, what can you do? So until next time, well, I've got a feeling it's going to be Belarus. If the rumours are correct that they've lifted the restrictions on land crossings, so that you don't need a visa to cross over land borders, for example from Poland or Lithuania. Yeah, that would be great, because I can pop over to Vilnius, get the bus to Minsk without the need of a visa, which was the big sticking point before. To get to Belarus you had to either have a visa in place prior or fly into Minsk, and you can't fly into Minsk without going to bloody Istanbul or Dubai or something like that, and it's extortionate. So I shall bid you farewell for the moment, and see you next time. I hope you enjoyed Georgia. It was really basically Tbilisi. the one day trip was a bit of a disaster due to the weather. I couldn't really film anything yesterday. The first like 3 or 4 stops on the tour, I just couldn't see anything because the clouds were way up in the mountains. It was raining, and it was just cloud overcast. You couldn't see a thing. There was no view to speak of. Even at the monument of the friendship monument between Russia and Georgia, again, you could see it if you went right up to it, but you couldn't even see it from the car park. It was obscured like by fog. But once you got up there, you could get a good view, but you couldn't see anything, like down in the valley or nothing. It was very disappointing. But again, you can't control the weather. That's just one of these things. I haven't really enjoyed it here. The food is lovely. The people are nice. Never had any issue at all with anyone or anything. Everything worked with clockwork. Get your Metro card, that works. Get your SIM card, that works. The driving is terrible. Outside, even inside Tbilisi, there's a lot of cars with no bumpers. I don't know what that's about. That's the thing. I've seen a video somewhere where someone mentioned why that is. I'm not sure who it was, but he noticed it as well. There's a lot of cars without bumpers. Who knows? But after the display yesterday of driving, I understand why. There must be a hell of a lot of crashes. Thanks again for your company. Hope I showed you something, at least, that you've not been aware of before. You found it interesting. If you did, give us a thumbs. Right, catch you. Bye bye.